Alright guys, today we're going to be playing the Strv 74. Yes, this is a medium. It's even a sniper medium. It's a little bit different than what I normally play, but I like this vehicle just because of its accuracy. I've been trying to 3-mark this vehicle. Currently I have it set up with standard optics, bounty vents, and bounty aiming. And I don't even think I have a second setup on this thing. Like I've just kept this setup for every single map. And it gets us like 1.5 seconds of aiming time, 0.26 dispersion, and about 2,000 DPM. I did swap out the optics for Bounty Rammer at one point, but for whatever reason, I just found that, I don't know, like I was getting a little bit more combined with the optics. And honestly, this thing already has a pretty quick reload, so when you're taking 10% away from a reload, the shorter the reload already is, the less impact on the overall reload time, right? If you guys understand what I'm saying. So I found that the rammer just wasn't even really all that effective, because a lot of times I find with this vehicle, because it's a sniper medium tank, you don't really rely on the DPM as much as you'd think you would. And it's not like the DPM is already crazy to begin with, but you get like another maybe 150 DPM out of running a bounty rammer. So I just find it to really not be worth it. I'd rather run the improved aiming, and I think this definitely helps get you that extra shot where you need it because of the RNG, simply, right? Reducing the aim circle by 8%, and you're getting that better dispersion, and that's the way I've been running it. So I split the APs and the APCRs. We've been trying to mark this thing. I have 3 concealments on it, it looks like here, and recon, and then situational awareness, snapshot, smooth ride, intuition, and brothers in arms. We have 106 battles in this vehicle. We're currently averaging around 1,300 damage with a 58% win rate, and that's it, guys. It's just, I've been trying so hard. It's really the assist damage that I just can't get, because we're averaging 1,300 damage in this vehicle, and we only need 1,584 to 3-mark it total. So, just been trying to get that assist damage, so that's why I'm throwing optics on this thing, and bounty vents as well. You could be like, well, Whirls, why don't you just put rammer instead of vents? But I like the bounty vents because it gets you even more view range, and then slightly more concealment, slightly more improved like aiming, right? Slightly more DPM. Like you're getting a little bit of everything with this, so that's why I decided to run it. But it's more for the view range, if anything else, and that's why I have it that way. We have 460 view range, so that's the way I've been running it. So let's get into the games. We'll see what we can do here, and this seems like a pretty good start. We'll see what happens here. I'm probably going to poke up and just sit like in this area. This is tier 8 matchmaking though. We're on Redshire. I like Redshire, it's just, I don't know, man. We might make a mistake here if we're a little too aggressive. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. I like coming to this area, I just feel like it's kind of risky. You know, it depends on like what the enemy team is going to do. Let's see, they have a 12T, a VK280105, no Borisks, right? Nothing like fast like that. Doesn't look like it. Let's try that. I hope our light tanks are good. So yeah, 2 lights. We just have to be really careful what we find here, man. Like, I'm not going to go crazy in poking this. Especially because there's, like, no one coming out to the mid. It's just the light tanks. So I'm going to knock these trees. Yeah, I'm already lit here, man. 2801-105. I don't like this at all. I already don't like this, and I'm going to tell you guys why. We have a VK28, already's already targeting me, and we have an E25 and an AMBT in the back. My thought process is that the light tank is going to reappear here. I'm going to get outspotted, and I don't want to be in this area when I get spotted. Like, not even now, I don't want to get spotted. So I'm just going to run away from here from the start and reassess, because we have no support in the mid, and you need support with this vehicle, especially in a tier 8 game. So instead what I'm going to do is just support from the back, because that's what this thing is capable of doing. And we'll try and see if we can support the west. But I don't want to put myself over there. I think we poked up a little too high to begin with, but our Super Chaffee got outplayed immediately. we're going to kind of be in a situation here a little bit. I'm wondering if I can almost take this area. I have decent shots from here. Not necessarily at the 2801, 105, but at the T29. Maybe? This is why I tend to not be able to mark this thing, just because I'm not perfect with... Like, I don't play it like lights, right? Like, I'm a light tank specialist, and this is just it's a sniper medium tank, so it's kind of tough to get used to. 3-mark something different. But we are pretty close. I think that's too far anyway. It's a bad shot by me. He kind of like went down when I was thinking he was just going to keep going straight across, you know? There's T20. Can we pen the VK30 with standards? I'm pretty sure we should be able to. Just going to do that. I'm just going to try and support this A and B team, man. I mean, the rest of the team is East. There's really nothing else we can do in this situation. E25 is kind of there. We have to try and rely on Artie as well, but... I can't do anything to this guy. Not hold down. And we have like a pixel maybe on his cap. I could take like 100 of these and probably one would go in. So. Yeah, I don't even think it's worth it, to be honest. The VK moved a little bit though. We have to go for the lower plate on this guy. This is just going to be a garbage game, man. Trying to get as much as I can, but this is just... Like, we never took any map, no? I'm going to get whacked by the people in the east. Yeah, like that. It's like, we have no map, man. Like, what else am I supposed to do with this? Like, I can't even really get out of here. Maybe we should have just camped the east instead. I don't know. I don't know what else you can really do with this. I mean, there's definitely better options where we probably could have got a few more shots, but it's like... I mean, we never took any of the map, so what can you do with that? I'm trying to see if I can catch one of these guys, like, pushing into me. Without getting lit by the T-29 first. I mean, this is just... Like, what can you do with this, man? So, this is example A of why I can't mark this vehicle, man. You know? It's just like, dude, like, if you get put on a team like this, what are you even supposed to do, man? There's nowhere to go. Like, you don't take any map. We took no map at all. Unbelievable, man. Like, I don't even know how some of these guys... I guess the KV-3 brawled that well, but... Yeah, man. This is what happens when you lack map control. It's pretty It's pretty self-explanatory, in my opinion. Like, you can only do so much when you're in a tank like this at bottom tier, and though we could have played it better and picked a better location, there's absolutely no way we would have even made that game close, right? So to me, it's like, I don't mind playing bad when I know it's not going to be a win, right? Like, to me, it doesn't matter if my performance is awful, if it's not going to make a difference at all in terms of win or loss, right? Like, it doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me is when I play bad and the game is actually close. So I'm thinking, I like to go this way. I know, like, TDs like to sit over here, but I don't like this, man. I just find it to be, like, really easy to defend, so I'd rather try and win this portion of the map. We're going to need to do some damage here to make up for last game. Yeah, no map control, man. Like, if you don't take map, I'm telling you guys, like, it's so easy to lose a game if you don't own map. You need to take map, and, like, we didn't send anybody to the mid. We didn't send anybody to the mid, so... I'm just gonna go, like, over here for now. They have a super chaffy, a da. I want to take, like, shots, like, right here. See if the light tank's here. Be really hard to tell anyway. Yeah, it's like so far. I'm thinking of moving up a little bit more actually. So we don't even have the render range for this. I want the render range for here. But I am not looking to brawl in this vehicle. Okay. Da's over there, so that's good information. That means the light tanks are not going to be an issue. Gonna keep moving up to get a better angle. There's like no shots here, man. We're gonna have to push this Progetto at some point, man. At some point. Karos here. Let's see if we can get a shot into this guy. Hope he goes dark. Give me some shots here in the mid. Something, man. I think the Tiger would spot me from this distance. This is why I run optics. At least we're getting some kind of spotting out of this. There's the SMV. There was debris, so we didn't get a silhouette, but I knew the shot was there. Okay, now the KV-85 is coming up. I don't want this Progetto poking, so I'm going to start coming back just a little bit. Okay, clean up the Tiger. Kind of a lucky shot. But this thing is very accurate, so... Nothing has moved in the east. I've been watching the east to see if something is going to move over there. They have 4 people over there, and nothing has moved, so... This gun, dude, it's like all of a sudden, the RNG is just not there anymore. How do I help this team? Like, in my knowledge of playing sniper mediums, what do I do in this situation? I'm not a sniper medium player, but... This is why I only play lights, guys, because, like, it just freaking annoys me trying to play other things, man. Like, it just... I just suck at it. Not suck, but... Like, I get mad trying to make other vehicles work other than lights. I don't even think I have time to run away from here, to be honest. I don't want to get caught out. I'm just going to sit here and try and get spotting damage. I can't wait to get ripped apart by this Progetto. This should be fun. The Daz here. Again, no map control. Entire map is just gone, man. 840 damage, 108 assist. I was hoping to get some spotting out of that. I guess no one is paying attention. Goodness gracious, man. This is why I play lights, guys. Like, honestly, this is why I play lights, man. Like, this is just, like, it's so pathetic, man. Like, some of these teams, man, like... I mean, again, I'm not saying we've played super well either game, but, like, what else are we supposed to do with this, man? The entire map is just gone. Like, I don't even know what happened to this Lorraine and stuff over here. They just melted to the Progetto. The heavies lost. We never even took the east. Now we kind of won the east, maybe. I mean, we have been bottom tier both games, so... I think where this thing's paying off is when you can snipe without having to use the APCRs, you know? Like, at tier 6, a lot of times you'll face vehicles that just don't have the armor where you can get away with shooting the standards. And that's where the gun is a little more fun, and the tank's a little bit more fun. But we're trying to go against, like... What am I going to do against a Progetto 46, man? You know, like... So yeah, man, just no map control by the team, man. I'm not going to take this thing to the city. I'm not going to brawl on the west side. Like, this tank is just not, it's not made for it. It's basically a tank destroyer. And it's got really good gun depression, so you have to try and use that. Crazy, man. But this is one of the best examples, guys, of why I play light tanks. Because you can move around the map so fast and adjust, like, with this thing, it's maybe half the speed of a standard light tank, and you just can't, you can't move around quick enough, right? And we got no spotting out of that either. Like, I was hoping to at least get a little bit on the Progetto. I don't know what the Hellcat was aimed at, because he was sitting on the right side of that rock formation. Like, he had easy shots at the Progetto coming in, and I guess he didn't take him, or he missed, or whatever, I don't know. Because I got no spotting out of that. We got a little spotting out of the Tiger, and that's it, man. Yeah, this is not really a map I want either, man, to be honest. Like, it's tier 6 matchmaking, but now it's like, where do we go? It's freaking Berlin. You know? At some point I will get a good spree of matchmaking and, like, maps, you know, and we'll mark it. We'll mark it, man. We just need good games, you know. You need good RNG and, like, good games and good matchmaking, really. Like, there's some tanks that I'll hold like an 89%, 90% mark level, and then all of a sudden we get good matchmaking, okay? We get good matchmaking for like 5 or 6 games in a row, and the mark's like up 50%, or up like 0.5%, you know, and then up 1%, like a whole percent. I do like 6,000 combined in a light tank. So, Sorry. I mean, it would help if you just didn't run into people at the start of the game, man. I mean, it looked pretty, like, intentional, in my opinion. Unless he was just, like, going on auto and, like, looking at his phone, because sometimes I do that, but... Holy crap, man. I mean, you ran right into me, dude. If this thing had a little bit of turret armor, like the T-34, I'd be right here, playing this all day, man, against the Firefly. We'd tear him apart. But this thing just doesn't really have that, so... I've never seen someone sit here. That's probably why. Could have rushed the mid and maybe sat in here. Get some spotting, maybe, but... It's a weird play, dude. Like, why don't you just sit in this bush right here and poke, and then you can poke without being lit. I'm so critical of light tank players, man. You know? It's just like... I don't know. Seems like the better play to me. The guy seems like a decent player, so... I don't know if that was a blind shot or what. Just gonna take a shot right there. Let's see. Usually people will return fire when they get hit, so... I'm gonna make a stupid play. I'll do it. I think this is really stupid, but we have good support here. I want to try and help these guys over here. So just put this in between me and the VK so he doesn't spot me coming up. Okay, still spotted anyway. Take one shot from the VK, it's fine. Spot some people. Watch the VK-28 like press me and like spank me in the side and like light me on fire or something. I guarantee that happens. Firefly is here. Okay, well this is interesting. This tank is a lot taller than I anticipate. That's the problem with it. It's like really tall, man. Like, normally I'm pretty safe here. I want these shots. Now I don't know if I can even get them because of the Firefly. It's like you just... This thing is not made to brawl, man. Like, I keep trying to play it like that, like, do these fancy little pokes, and it's just fucking trash at doing that, man. It's a good tank, but it's fucking garbage at trying to, like, brawl, you know? It can't do that crap. Yeah, I'm dead here, man. Like, this is just, like... This play did not work either, man. Now I have no idea if I can get out of here or not safely. This whole team is melting too, man. Like, why do I even bother playing vehicles other than freaking light tanks, man? This is just, like, so absurd, dude. They're all just slaughters, man. Like, everything is just a slaughter. We're trying, man. I mean, we're getting some spotting out of it, right? So... Like, still spotted here? Like, where do I go in this situation, man? Just die to the Artie, I guess. It's like, what else can we do here, man? You know? I think the better play would have been to stay here and then just go to where the Skoda is. Like, that was my initial. That would have been my initial play. That's what I would have done if we didn't try and press here. But like, I'm thinking, all right, maybe we can get some shots at the mid here. But it's like, what is with these teams, man? Like, we're just not taking any map at all. Like, I just don't know what else to do for these teams. And this tank, like I said, man, this tank is just, it's not made to be aggressive in. You can't be aggressive in this thing. It doesn't work. Like, I want to be aggressive with this thing, but it's just, it's not made for that. You have to just snipe with it, man. You really do. You have to snipe, but at least we got a little bit of spotting from making that play. So we kind of traded some damage for some spotting. But like, holy shit, dude, this has been ridiculous. This has been absolutely horrendous. 3,400 WTR at tier 6. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, let's see if we can try and bring this session back, man. It's like, I don't know what else to do, guys. I mean, like, we're getting put into fucking slaughters, man. And it's really frustrating, man. It really is. Like, this is why I play light tanks, guys. Like, this is the top example of why I play light tanks, because you're able to adjust so quickly. Like, I would have been able to run away out of all three of the situations we put ourselves into so far. I have to play more passively with this thing, man, and stop, like, trying to do spotting damage or whatever. Like, sometimes I can get away with being aggressive, but we have not been able to make it work with this vehicle. And most of the time I cannot. And the mark has gone down, like, fucking 1.5%. Like, I thought this was actually, this session would get us somewhat close, but it's completely the opposite. Good. Good spots by the AMD. Just gonna load APCRs for the shell velocity. Let's see if we can clean this guy up. Yeah, that's definitely realistic. Vehicles can definitely stop that fast. Whatever, dude. Our 1375 is all the way west. Oh, gosh. Fucking bastard, dude. Okay. Take it. Please, man, can we just get a win? Get fucking slaughtered again, dude. Holy shit. This session's just been done nothing but piss me off, man. It really has. I thought we were going to get a nice relaxing session to start the day off, you know, man. I'm going to get my food after this. It's my day off, right? I've taken vacation, and this is not what I'm wanting for my vacation day. I'll just say that. This is not what I'm wanting for my vacation day. You see how this thing just works as it's a tank destroyer. I mean, it's really a tank destroyer, guys. I don't think you can play it in any other way. I think we've just been too aggressive with it overall, but we did get into really some... we got on some really bad teams, I'll say. I'm not even going to call it bad matchmaking necessarily. Can I, like, hit this M6 at a different angle or something? I'm trying to help these guys, but I just don't see an angle. This is all just brawls here, man. I have to just wait. I gotta wait for these guys to push. He was lit on fire. I didn't have to take that shot. These freaking Onis, dude. Holy crap. I need to pen what I can pen. Or shoot what I can pen, rather. Okay, we're going to stay and get the spotting damage. That's what we're going to do. All these guys are going to push in. I'm going to get slaughtered, but at least we can spot them on their way down. If people are actually going to take shots. Like, what the heck, man? Like, are people going to try and take shots at these guys? Or, like, what are we doing here? Was it just a suicide run? You know? Give me some spotting damage and make this worth it, team, please. There, a little more spotting on the Oni. Okay, it's going back up. The mark came back up after that, after this one. It's like, holy crap, man. We're going to have 4 losses. I'm going to play one more, I think, after this, guys, and then I'm going to order my food. Like, I'm just, this is just ridiculous, man. I was thinking about doing, like, a whole hour session in this vehicle, and this is, I mean, this is just fucking brutal. Like, this is just, I mean, this is ridiculous, man. Whoops, took a screenshot by accident. I mean, I think we played this one right. We basically just camped the whole time, and we came out with 2,300 combined, 2,400 combined almost. So I think we played it right this time. I think for the other games, we should have just camped. Like, I was trying to get too aggressive, I think, in some of them. But holy crap, man. Like, can we get a win? That'd be nice, man. I think this game is the one we actually played well, where I think we at least deserved something close to a win. But again, I don't think regardless of the other games we played, I do not think that even if we played at a Unicum level, that a win would have even been an option. Like, it wouldn't have even been close. Jeez, man. I know this Artie's going to die any second now. He's going to get lit. Okay, that's it for the Lorraine. Again, I think we played this one pretty well, man. I think this game is going to save the session if we play another bad game for the fifth one. Like, I think this game overall, since we did 2361 combined according to this mark. MOE mod. I mean, I think this one will kind of save the session. But holy crap, man. What a brutal session this has been. I mean, with the amount of games I have in this vehicle, this is probably the worst session I've ever played in it overall. Maybe not after this game, but definitely those first 3 games. Like, of any 3 games that I've played in a row before it, this has definitely been... Those were the first... those games were definitely the worst 3 in a row that I've ever played in this tank. These Onis absolutely melted the hill. So... just decent players, I guess, on the enemy team and not so great players on our team for a lot of these games. But we did do some blind damage as well. I think that one we played well. I think we did it well. And yeah, like the WTR doubled after that game. So 852 damage, 411 assists. That's not even that bad. 852 damage after that game and 411 assists. 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 1263, 1264 combined. That's not that bad. It's actually just above the 2 mark. I thought it was even worse than that, but that game definitely boosted our score. One more, guys. One more game. We'll see how this one goes. This is tier 4, 5, 6 matchmaking, it looks like. Interesting. So we're actually the top tank here. That's pretty cool. So we'll go over to this J6 area. I'm just gonna camp it out. But I think this might be the game where we can actually make some aggression work. We'll see. Let's see if we can get a win. Like, that'd be nice to win one game of the session. Let's see. Try and stay alive. Maybe here's what's going to happen. Maybe if we keep playing this vehicle today, it'll switch around, and we'll get the good teams, and then I'll mark it off camera. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes, like, I'll have some really garbage games, like this BT7, and then it'll flip around. Other times it just stays like that, and I stop playing the tank. Like, at some point, it's like if you go to, like, a casino, and you just keep losing and losing and losing, and you think it's going to turn around, and it doesn't. So that's why I usually, like, after so many games, I'm like, alright, fuck it, I'm done with this tank. You know, like... This is also where optics is going to pay off, I think. Just hoping I'm not getting lit here. The T-52 went mid, so we shouldn't have a problem. So this is where it's going to pay off. You see this? Tracked? Am I spotted from this shot? Okay, no one's able to do any damage to this guy. We have just the Wolverine here, but we have some people in the mid. I would like to think somebody could have gotten a shot into this guy, but I guess not. I'm waiting for spots here. Where's our tier 6 light? See, now this is now we're rocking and rolling, guys. Now we're rocking and rolling, man. We just need to ridge poke, basically. It's bad aim by me. Could have hit that. Probably spotted from that shot. No. Okay. Interesting. This is where this tank is, like, really good, though. Is, like, this kind of, like, ridge poking where you need the gun depression and you can poke up and you're barely exposed and then you can just right-click, left-click people. Like, this is why I like this tank and why, if you see one of my videos... Whoops, sorry, man. If you see one of my videos... Good awareness by this guy. So here I am talking, man. I'm missing shots. I said in one of my videos, like, I really, really like this vehicle. It's one of my favorites, you know. This is why. This is why I like it. If you can get into the right situation with it like this, like, dude, this is too easy, right? don't poke that. This is where the vehicle is paying off. You guys see this? Like, we're on a rampage here. All we're doing is just sniping. Like, if tanks are just going to walk in front of my gun, this is where you're going to mark the tank. Easy, right? I think Wargaming is giving me this game. Like, Whirls, we need to dump you in this game so you don't think that we're rigging matches. It's like what it feels like. Honest to God, man. That's literally what it feels like at this point. Yeah. Screw you, man. Just gonna push this. Just gonna keep going. Go, 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 go. Another raffle stomp, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Another raffle stomp. But we got on the winning team this time, right? So kill him. This game was so fast, I'm willing to play another one. 15 to 2. 2,300 damage. Like, we didn't even do anything this game. We just shot. Like, there was no brain activity for this game, if you guys get my meaning, you know? So, I mean, if the games are this easy, then yeah, we're going to mark it. The first three have been absolutely brutal, though. One more, guys. We'll play one more because this game was so freaking fast. Look at that. Like, look at their team. Look at our team. What the F is this, man? You know, 105,000 for a mission. And what does the WTR do now? 8,100. Much more respectable. 1175 damage. Like, yeah, this is what we're looking for, man. I mean, that's averaging 1,300 damage in this vehicle. That sounds a little better. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know how else to say it, guys, but a lot of it sometimes just comes down to matchmaking. Like, even the side of the map, like, I'd much prefer to be on the southwest, but like, if the games are going to be close as well, that game was a stomp, yet we did 2,400 damage. If the games are really close and you stay alive, then you can continue to boost up your combined score, right? If the games are really close, you can get more spotting, you can get more damage. But games just haven't been like that. The games have not been like that. I'm gonna knock this building here. Or part of it, at least. In case we lose this side of the map. And I'm going to shoot this right here. Where's the A46? Just ignoring the A46 for a minute. I want to shoot this area. Like that. That should be enough. Someone just knocked a tree, I think. Unless that was just my vision, like, going in and out. But that's what it looked like. What's the Chaffee? See why I'd shoot this building down? Because now he has nowhere to go. Okay, he still has some building. We should have shot the whole thing down, you know? Yeah, I think we're going to lose this side of the map. As I anticipated, right? Definitely could have sniped better, but... Okay, so now we go back to this corner. We have to retreat back to this... Sorry, where the Valiant is. I didn't really display that well. I like to go where the Valiant is. Valiant? I think this is Valiant. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. That's where I like to go. You got a little track assist, which is good. But yeah, this is where I like to fall back to, although the A46 just died. I think we'll stay here, up in this area. We'll see what the type can spot. I think we're kind of safe to just like meander out here. They don't have lights or anything, so I want to have the render range to help this guy. Hit the G-row. T-67's right here. Can we hit this guy? Okay, tough shot. There we go. I knew the type was basically going to like throw away his HP there, so... I don't know where you're going, my man. Okay, we're going to come back to here. Here, kind of knock this tree a little bit, maybe. Wow, that looked like it went right through him. Okay, we get the spotting. This is why I run optics, guys. Run optics. Whenever you're trying to 3-mark something, if you absolutely need to 3-mark it and you don't have like 400, I don't know, 40, like almost max view range, just run the optics. Shouldn't have auto-aimed that. Good. Because if you run the optics, you'll get spotting damage when you're not even like trying to get spotting damage, you know? So that's why I run the optics always. Just have to be passive here. Like my mind, because I'm a light tank player, is telling me go forward and spot everybody, but I have to just sit because I'm not in a vehicle that can do that, man. So I have to just wait. Like I have to just freaking camp, man. I'm so impatient, guys. This is why I play lights, but like I have to stop playing like that. I think I went into this. I know the first few games were freaking awful, but I think we went into the first few games with the wrong mindset, trying to do too much with not enough tank, right? Basically, not enough armor is what I'm saying, but... Like, can I push forward here? It's stupid, right, guys? Or am I wrong? Okay. Like, my gut is telling me to stay here, but my instinct is telling me to go, if that makes sense. I think some people refer to those as the same thing, but in this situation, that's what I'm going to say. It's like Jekyll and Hyde right now, happening in my brain. Alright, F it. I'm going for it. I'm going in. YOLO. Soda? There we go, getting some spotting. I think we're safe right here. Okay, there's T-67. And the reason I started making this play is because we had a lot of people pushing in from the south. So you can learn a lot from looking at where your teammates are. From the lack of where the enemies are, if that makes sense. So when you're seeing where your teammates are, you go, okay, well then no one can be here, so now we're good to kind of have to play at this angle, or to push this area. That's really all it is, guys. It's just like a 2 + 2 = 4 thing for me. Like, alright, no one is all the way up to this river on the enemy team, so let's just push in and take this angle now. So, likely the G-Row's in the back. Like, he's probably like here. Okay, there's the VK. There's the Tehran, or whatever you, however you say that tank. I don't know. Now we're just gonna kind of jump up here and try and get some spotting from this. Go like this. Hit the VK once. I missed. Wow, dude. Through the gun manlet. Okay, fair enough. This is where the gun depression really comes in handy, man. So, trying to use it. Trying also not to get whacked by the FV. Because arties have the... Especially the FV has a really crazy arc, man. So, I feel like this guy can hit me from here very easily. Okay, there we go. Getting some spots. Let's try and hit this turn. Okay. There we go. Okay. FV next. Okay. M41 should be like in this corner. So there we go. I think we brought it back, guys. I think we played it pretty bad at first, but again, I think like the games have also been way easier to play. So this guy should be like right here, man. I'm hoping I can spot him. Good. So get the shot and then get the spotting from it as well. Beautiful. 1705 damage, 909 assist. Wow, man. I mean, did we bring this session back or what, guys? It was looking very, very ugly at first, and I think we brought it back well. 2400 combined on highway, and I think we are higher up on the mark than where we started. Which is just incredible with how bad this session was going at first. I mean, it was not looking good at all. And I think we did well to bring this back. We got some better matchmaking. Yes, some weaker tanks, weaker enemies. You can say whatever you want, but I think, like, no one is going to have a great game when you're getting slaughtered by the enemy team, right? So, you know, if you're playing a light tank, it's a bit easier because you can run to the back. But we'll apply our experience boost for the last one. And there you go, guys. 6 games. I hope this... I think this video will be absolutely fantastic for showing you where this tank is working and where it's not. Because we played like 2 pretty gosh darn good games. And we played, I would say, 2 really bad games as well. I think pushing on Berlin was really dumb. And I can't remember all these games. Let me go back and see what else we played. Let's see. So the first game was on Redshire. I think Redshire, we could have just positioned ourselves better, but we lost a lot of the map. So you're seeing like how you need to adjust to the map on that one, I think. And maybe it would have been better just to go like east or something, right? Ghost Town, I think we played okay. Again, Ghost Town, we lost a lot of map. So I think that with Ghost Town, maybe we didn't really play that bad. Because the thing with Ghost Town, right, is that with that specific game, there's not a whole lot of places to go to snipe, like except for that back hill area. If we went to the west side, could we have gotten more damage? Maybe, but I think we kind of put ourselves where we needed to put ourselves. And I have this thing set up with optics, and my instinct is to go like where a light tank would go. But the reality is the concealment on this thing just isn't enough to make that work. The moving concealment is hardly 21%. So you got to be really careful. And this thing is so tall, too. Like, compared to something like the Basoto, look how tall it is. Even if you compare it, let's say, to the T-52, it's taller than the T-52. You see how big the turret is on this thing? I mean, it's gigantic. It's ginormous compared to the Type 64, even, which I think is a pretty big tank. Even the Strv M42, whatever this thing is still bigger. Like, it has a massive turret. So I feel like I get spotted in places where I don't even think I'm going to get spotted. So that was the Ghost Town game. Then our third game, was that the Malinovka game? Berlin. Okay. The Berlin game is, I think, the only one that we really jacked up. I think I should have just stayed in the back and we could have done a lot more damage. I don't know about spotting, but we should have been where the Skoda was at the end on Berlin. Malinovka, we could have ran back sooner, but we basically traded damage for spotting damage on that map. because we ended up getting like, what was it, like 900 spotting out of it or something as people were rushing down the hill, and we just got slaughtered. The Onis melted us. So I think we played that one actually good. Outpost, this is the one where we just shot a bunch of enemies. Like, there was nothing really difficult about the game, which it was just good matchmaking. And then Highway, I think, was our best game. I think we adjusted really well. We played it well. We pushed in when we needed to push in. And there you go, guys. So after everything is said and done, we actually won 2 of the 6, which is a 33% win rate. Not great. 8,900 WTR, which I think is actually pretty gosh darn good considering I'm playing a sniper medium and I usually play lights. And we actually got a 5,500 vehicle WTR, but you guys know that that's different from your actual session WTR. 1263 damage and 438 assist, which is 13, 14, 15, 16. It's close to 1,700 combined. If not, it is 73, 89. I think. It's like pretty much exactly that. 1,700 combined, right? 13, 14, yeah. So if we were to hold 1,700 combined, we would actually 3-mark this vehicle. So I am amazed that we were able to bring this back, right? Again, I think if we played well on Berlin, maybe we would be seeing almost 93% or high 92s, maybe if we played it really well. But that's it, guys. You're seeing exactly where this thing works and where it doesn't work. We've had an insane mixture of games. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you can learn from it. I will catch you for the next one. Take care and bye-bye.